Oh my God, that I do. Somebody please say it ain't so. As a fan of Tasha K, I really don't appreciate the way she going in on the brothers over some accusations about Brother Polite, and she ain't even got no real proof. Plenty of people out there saying she got manuscripts, but from what I can tell, the manuscripts is text messages from her cell phone. I'm not a Brother Polite supporter. Honestly, I don't even care for Brother Polite like that. I think he's arrogant and he's full of himself, but Tasha K is on YouTube every day dragging this man in the mud. Before we get started with this documentary, let me remind y'all, I don't do these videos for popular opinion. A lot of people disagree with what I got to say, and that's absolutely fine because we all can't agree on everything. And I'm not about to be sitting up here telling y'all a whole bunch of stuff that y'all want to hear. It seems to me Tasha K is dragging Brother Polite's name in the mud so she can get views from a bunch of people that can't stand black men anyways. If it was just about Brother Polite, there's no need to be disrespecting every man just because they're a man. I know she trying to be the female Kevin Samuels nowadays, and I ain't mad at you, sis. Get your money. But for all y'all out there listening, just because this woman says something is true, don't mean that it's true. Where is the facts? Where is the real paperwork? How come we can't see the transcripts? Oh my God, do. Somebody please say it ain't so. I want to thank y'all for tuning in to Docs Daily, where you about to get some highly classified documentations from your boy, Sean Blasey. Ha ha ha. Ain't a damn thing funny. Get mad if that's what you want to do. I'm going to need y'all to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Also hit that notification button, y'all. Don't forget to show me some love and hit that Cash App too. $ Sean Blaze Docs. I would sure appreciate it. Without further ado, let's get into these hot documentations. Okay, this is what we trying to do, right? And this is the point I'm trying to make with this whole video. Brother Polite has been doing his thing for a while. And now the trend is finding a pervert. It's a catch a predator environment we in right now. Everybody can get canceled. If Bill Cosby can get canceled, Brother Polite can get canceled. If Brother Polite can get canceled, Kevin Hart can get canceled. Mike Epps, any black man with some type of status can get canceled, y'all. Hello, hello, hello. Who this is?
Hey, this is Walter Williams.
Hey, what's going on, bro? How you feeling?
Doing all right, man. How you doing?
Man, I'm doing good. We sitting over here talking about Brother Polite. And my question for you is, do you think Brother Polite is being set up right now?
I think he is, and I think he kind of put himself in a position to be set up because he started off really pro-black. I didn't have a conversation directly with him, but some gentlemen that he was associated with, and he started off very strongly pro-black, and became to an impasse in his life from what I watched in the media to where he tried really hard supporting black women, and he got a lot of flack from some things that he said. So he kind of crossed over, and that him being pro-black at the time, it looked really bad for him to go this other side and start dating white women, which he teach his own. You know what I'm saying? Teach his own. But you can't be pro-black in the media, and then because you have an issue with our sisters, you decide, okay, I'm gonna throw it all out, and I'm gonna switch to this side. The way he did it was kind of cold. It was he accepted this white woman, and he would claim that she was a savior, a whole bunch of other stuff. And I'm not speaking a word for word. I'm just going by what I remember was said. At the end of the day, I think he's put himself in a position to be set up this way because he does have a lot of knowledge. I'm not gonna front. He's got a lot of knowledge, but I think with some people, they can't internalize too much knowledge or start sending him in the wrong direction. And that's what I feel like is happening to him. And that's why I feel like he is being set up.
So, brother, you feel like all of this hatred and vitriol coming from the sisters out there is because he started messing with that white woman, and they've been trying to cancel him ever since?
Exactly.
Okay. Hey, bro, I can't disagree with you.
Yeah.
No doubt. Man, that's some real stuff, man. And when you put it like that, When you go from
Hmm.
talking about the black woman is God and the black woman this and the black
Hmm.
woman that, he had multiple
Right.
wives and nobody said anything was wrong with that. People was
Exactly.
riding with him as
Exactly.
long as you saying that the black woman is this and black woman is that. But from what you
Right.
saying, when he started with that white gal, that's when the sisters was
Yep.
on board to cancel his ass.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's
And I
some
know
real stuff, man.
personally, I know a few people. My cousin was connected directly to him, and she. I mean, a woman scorned is a woman scorned.
Mm.
And when they start talking to each other, before you know it, they got them on this site that brothers that you shouldn't mess with and a whole bunch of other stuff. It's just crazy. It's crazy, but I think him him being canceled now is a product of what he's done or how he determined to do it. He could have done it a different way, I think,
That's some real
and it wouldn't
stuff,
have
man.
been so much of this impact. Yeah.
Word up, man. Thank you for your phone call. You know the phone number. Make sure you call back whenever you feel like it, bro. Real talk. Man, I thought I was the only one that was thinking that. But when you got people like Tasha K speaking on you and you not a celebrity like that, you ain't been in no movies, you ain't got no albums out, and this woman is going hard to blast you, not just with one video, but two videos and three videos, and then everybody else hop on the bandwagon, and before you know it, it's blown all out of proportion due to some accusations that took place in February. Is just now making it to the light, man. So look, we got more information to get into. We're about to get into it right now. I need y'all to pay attention. The phone lines are still open. And if you got something important, okay, we got another phone call. Hello, hello, hello. Who this is?
Hello.
Hello, hello, hello. Who is this?
Hello, hello, hello. Sean, how are you?
I'm good. Who is this?
Wow, you're supposed to know my voice. But this is Lord. Damn, that's terrible. I kind of want to hang up now. You used to know my voice.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah. I guess we're growing apart. But I have a question for you. I understand that a lot of people there is this whole rape
Wait a minute,
culture.
Laura. Let's start this all over because I'm trying to be professional here and you're like so unprofessional. Let's start
How
this
am I
over.
unprofessional?
Hello, hello,
Okay,
hello.
I'm
Who is
sorry.
this?
Hey, Sean, this is Laura. I haven't spoken to you in a while. I miss you so much. How are
Oh,
you?
I miss you too, Laura. We just over here talking about what's going on with the Brother Polite situation. Do you feel like Brother Polite is being set up or do you think he's a certified pervert?
Okay, so this is just my thoughts, and everybody has their own thoughts and opinions because we really don't know unless we know him. But I feel like he is, he probably was being a pervert a little bit. Listen, I feel like any man, I definitely, look at this picture you got up of him. I'm looking at it on my computer, like, he just looked weird, like, but anyway, any man that wants to have all these women around to have sex with them constantly, that's perversion. That's sexual perversion. Sex is supposed to be between two people. Now I understand there are religions and there are people who are tricked into like like believing that that is actually like the way that God wants marriage to be. But I definitely think Brother Polite is sick and I think he's perverted and maybe he's just getting caught up and stuff. But that's just me. I'm not banking on that 100%, and I wouldn't like fully go around and just say that. But since we're speaking about it, that's just how I feel. But if he was to be proven that none of this happened, I would not be surprised because all this Bill Cosby stuff, all this, oh, he raped me, oh, he touched me, a lot of these women be lying. I know females that have lied about about getting raped. Like that is sick. That's disgusting. So women do that, and that is real. But Brother Polite looks like a creep.
Sister, you said something when you first started talking. You said that something's wrong with him because he wants to be around a bunch of beautiful women and wants to have sex with them. What man don't want to be around a bunch of beautiful women and want to have sex with them? And up until this point, all the women
A
we've
man,
known
a man
Polite
that
to be with has been grown women.
right. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean,
I
it's
don't know,
plenty of
but I
men out
feel
here
like
that want to, people envy Polite. Like, damn, he got all them fine ass women. I wish I had it like that.
exactly. That's a whole bunch of bum men with bum mentalities, and that's so sad that so many grown men. But that's why it's men in their 40s now, and late 30s, and even women that's not married. Because people got the wrong mindsets, literally looking at brothers like, damn, I wish I was him with all them women. Look at your old ass, barely skipping by, and you trying to have all these women around. You need to focus on yourself and find you a good woman who can maybe help you build your mindset up and help you get ahead in life, because you're thinking wrong.
So let me get
40-something,
this
worried
clear,
about having
sister,
a whole
and
bunch
not
of
to
women
cut
around.
you off, but y'all women
Yeah.
have an issue with men being men? Is that what this boils down to?
Oh no, I don't have an issue with it. I feel like it's literally perverted. It is. I feel like a relationship is between a sexual relationship definitely should only be between two people. You got all these women around, y'all having sexual relations, you're having sexual relations with more than one person. That's perversion. A whore, that's perversion. A
So
whore is
wait a
perversion.
minute, Lore
A guy
Lore.
that's a whore is
Hold
perversion.
on,
Yes.
sister. So you mean to tell me
Yes.
all these women that got multiple baby daddies, they some perverts?
Okay.
All these women that
Now
don't
that
know who the father of their kids is, they some perverts?
Damn, not knowing who the father is yet. You had to be perverted the way you were thinking about sex. You had to be perverted. Perversion just means like that's not what it should be. That's perverted. That's a wicked way of looking at a situation. Yes, having sex with people that much to not know who the baby daddy is, girl, you're messed up. That's a mess. Yeah.
Well, if
So
that's
yes,
the case,
but
it's a lot of female perverts out here that need to be held accountable as
okay.
well.
But listen, I didn't say it like it was just men, but we're talking about Brother Polite. So I spoke about him, who's a man who has wives. I didn't say that it's not women like that. But listen, to bring it back around, I don't want to say that Brother Polite is that, because people be online and they look up stuff. They'll look up their name real quick. Then he'll sit here and listen to this whole lie, because he probably not got nothing better else to do, because he canceled right now and whatever people say. But yeah, we just won't know. I mean, honestly, I feel like we might not never know until they have like solid proof, because sometimes there's no proof of these situations, and it's just who you believe. Who
That
do
is
you
so
believe,
true.
Sean? Like, so you think that so you don't believe it, and you believe that this is a lie and that they're framing him.
I
That's what you
believe
believe?
I believe when social media get a hold of stuff, they capitalize off the fact that he's black and he's successful, so we can take him down. It's like a feeding frenzy. It's like when you like vultures on a corpse, like, oh, it's an opportunity to tear down another black man. They jump and pounce at the opportunity without even knowing all the facts. And when you look into the facts and when you look into the logic and when you look into what makes sense and what don't make sense, this whole Brother Polite situation don't make no damn sense. The mother was in the hotel room and Brother Polite told her that she was going to take her 14-year-old daughter downstairs to get some food. And then they wound up going to a nightclub. The nightclub was closed. What nightclub is closed in Miami on a Saturday night? And then they go back to the hotel and they start drinking and he give her drugs and he's groping on her breast and he's doing bullshit.
I don't know, but that story sounds familiar, because there are men that do that. But I'm not saying Brother Polite did it. I'm saying the story doesn't sound out of place. That story does sound a little wacky, but is that the exact story? Because I heard that they were supposed to be going to some type of after party. I didn't know it was a club. I thought it was an after party that they were going to go to. Then the party was canceled.
After party, club, it's the same thing, sister, but you in denial about it. I understand that, Lord. I ain't got nothing but love for you, baby. I know you a female feminist and you don't want nothing to do with no black men. I get that, sister. You hate brothers out here and you called up here to spread your hatred, but I love you anyway, Lord. And you know the phone number. Make sure you call back whenever you feel like it, sister.
Don't hang up on me. Do not hang up on me. Hold on, Sean. Because you be quick to do it. But okay, yes, it was nice talking to you. And I just have to address one person in the comments. What's this man name at? Or this person, Andre Sum. He said she probably got at least 10 or more sexual partners. And when I don't think I'm better than anybody, but for me to be talking about people who are perverted and people who are whores and don't know the baby daddies, I couldn't talk about that if I had all these sexual partners. I don't.
That ain't what I heard. Thank you so much, Lord. Talk to you in a little bit. Got so much love for you, baby. Talk to you in a little bit. Okay, goodbye. Oh my God. Look, people just want, when you look at Brother Polite and you see his black face, some people get angry. And if you have nothing to place on that man, you're going to keep that anger inside. But as soon as there's an opportunity to lash out at this brother, people is going to do that because nobody like his black ass in the first place, especially when you see him in Bentleys and Range Rovers. And another reason why I don't believe this is because it's always black women tearing a brother down. They band together to tear a man down. You don't need no evidence. You don't need no proof. You don't need nothing but a good accusation. Hold on, y'all. We got another phone call. Hello, hello, hello. Who this is?
Hi, Sean. It's Shay.
Hey, how you doing, Shay? We're gonna need you to turn that off in the background. Like, pretty please turn it off.
Do you hear anything now?
I do. Can you turn it down for me? I didn't hear nothing.
What
I
do you
just
hear?
felt it. I didn't hear
Oh.
nothing. I'm just being an asshole.
Oh, okay.
Shay, we all ears. We talking about what's going on with Brother Plight. It's a lot of people that believe this man is guilty, but don't even have any real proof. They just going off of the allegations. And my question for you is, do you feel like Brother Plight is being set up, or do you think he's just a straight up pervert?
So he's channeling ancient Egypt, and ancient Egypt is a fallen dynasty. So I believe that anybody who channels ancient Egypt will fall.
So there's plenty of fallen dynasties that people channel all the time. So when people in these secret societies practicing Egyptology, or these America is imitating Roman history. So you mean to tell me that everybody that follows after an ancient way of living is going to fall? Christianity is one of the oldest religions ever. So you feel like Christianity is going to fall eventually as well?
No, I don't feel like Christianity will fall because Jesus will return. But I will say that ancient Egypt is a fallen dynasty, and those that have taken the secret codes from ancient Egypt have revamped it and made it something new. They're not necessarily going back to ancient Egypt entirely. But you have people like Plight and Pharaoh who channel directly from that time, directly from the principles, directly from the time where it was idolized to the time where it has to fall because time repeats. So you can't channel the exact organization without repeating the same morality, the same principle. And
so
we all know what happened to Egypt as far as their morality, but
so you feel like Egypt didn't have morals? You feel like Egypt was evil? You feel like Egypt was perverts and they messed with underage girls and
it's not
such?
about how I feel. It's not about how I feel. It's about what's in the textbook. I do believe that what they had was obviously a great thing for what it was, but it was there was a lot of idolization, and idolization must fall. I mean, I'm just going based
So
on
what
the
do you
historical
identify
facts.
with, sister?
Honestly, I don't. I identify with a lot of things because I have a lot of different ethnicities in my bloodstream. But as far as a black person, it's kind of hard to say because we're all pretty much finding. We don't know who we are. Essentially, we are mixed with many different things. But I do know that there's one way to heaven, and I do know that there's a God. I do know there's a Jesus that lived. But
So you don't identify with anything specific. You're not. You don't identify with black. You don't identify. You're just.
I'm a black person.
So
yeah, I said I'm a black
the ancient Egyptians were black people as well, right?
If anybody watches Remember the Time by Michael Jackson, they will know. Yes.
So you're saying our heritage, our lineage is profoundly evil?
Okay, so basically the original Hebrews, the original black people, we were traded into Egyptian slavery. Black people are the beginning people of all dynasties. So when you have your good, your bad, your yin and yang, those are black people. I'm fully aware of that. We created everything. So that's pretty much
So
the
we're
answer that I
inherently
have.
evil, according to how you feel.
No.
Well, that's what I'm getting. You saying they're falling apart because they're falling after Egyptian theories and following the traces of their ancestors. So that's a negative for black people to embrace their ancestry, and you will fall
You can
because of it. But
you
if you
can take
embrace Christianity, you will have a life of abundance.
you can take it how you want. There are textbooks to confirm any questions that anything that I said. There are textbooks. There's information out there to to kind of get it for yourself. But
Please
I'm just
share
saying
that
that.
because I'm lost, sister, and I'm not to cut you off, and this is not to be confrontational, but you're sharing wisdom with people, and I know it's a lot of people listening, and I want you to be able to provide some of this proof. Where is this information that we can get that's confirming a
Well,
lot of this stuff?
you always say that information is out there. We're pretty much in the age of Aquarius anyway. So if anybody needs to know anything, they can easily go online. I don't have to necessarily
You don't
provide
have
the.
to, but it would be nice.
Okay, if you have any questions about anything that I'm saying, if you go online and type in those questions, or if you seek that knowledge, you should find it. You can pretty much look up ancient Egypt as a whole. Like I used to watch a lot of History Channel, a lot of like if it wasn't alien stuff, it
Oh,
was
I
pretty.
get it. So you get this from the movies. That's cool. I like watching cartoons and animes too. You know,
I
ain't
pretty
nothing
much
wrong with cartoons.
everywhere.
But as far as
If you
factually
really want to
accurate
find,
stuff, the Discovery Channel isn't a great source for historical facts. But I get what you're
okay,
saying, sister.
I said I used to when I was like 17. But
Mm-hmm.
if you want to find all of this stuff, you can pretty much Google anything you want. You can even read the Bible if you want, but it's pretty much out there. You can go on YouTube. I mean, I don't know anything that anyone else can't know.
Well, one more
I'm just going
question, my sister, before I let you go.
for.
Um, you said that you're mixed with a bunch of different ethnicities. Do you mind sharing a couple of those so we can get a better understanding of where you're coming from?
Can I ask you if like why does that matter?
It does matter because you say you're black, but you don't know what to identify with because you have all these different ethnicities packed up
Well, I
inside of
don't
you, so
like
you can't really
things.
choose a side.
I am pretty much black, so yeah.
So, what was
We're
the
gonna just go
point in speaking on other ethnicities if you're black?
because you asked me a question, and the question was,
Do you
"What
enjoy being black?
do I enjoy being black?" Well,
Hmm.
I don't have a choice. I was born to be black, so I pretty much embrace it for what it is. So I do love black culture, and I
Have
love
you ever been with a
myself.
white guy?
I have not been with a white guy. Have you been with a white woman?
Shit, hell yeah.
Okay, that's good for you.
But that's Negro here nor there. And as far as the attitude goes, my sister, I really don't like that. But since you so fine like that, I'ma let it slide. And you know the phone number,
Thank you,
sister.
Sean.
Yeah, and call back whenever you feel like it. Take care.
All right.
You see what this is? It's a bunch of sisters out here that don't even identify with being black. And then they want to judge a black man that's pro-black and say the reason why he's falling is because he identifies with his own ancestry. But you sitting up there don't even want to identify with your ancestry. You afraid of your ancestry. You want to claim anything and everything but black until it's time to fill out a job application and do an interview, and you ain't got no choice but to admit that you black because everybody can clearly see your black ass. You perming your hair, bleaching your skin, talking all proper as if you ain't African American. Cut the shit. And Brother Polite is trying to enlighten people and tell the black woman that the black woman is God, but the black woman rather be Becky. And that's the reason why I find it very, very hard to believe that any of these accusations is true, because whenever sisters get an opportunity to tear down a successful black man, that's what they gonna do. Now, if you don't believe or like what I'm talking about, then that's just too bad. We're about to get into the rest of this documentary. The phone lines are still open. Hold on, we got another phone call. Let me grab this real quick. Hello, hello, hello. Who this is?
This is Parker. How you doing?
I'm doing excellent now that you called in, Parker. We're sitting over here talking about what's going on with Brother Polite, and a lot of people believe that he's being set up. My question for you is, do you think Brother Polite is being set up right now?
First off, I don't want you to think I'm the one with the lips. You always talk about my lips.
Mm-hmm.
First off, he's innocent until proven guilty. True that is. but I followed the conscious community for several years, and the allegations are not new. Uh, a young lady did run away with him at 14, and which was one of the gentlemen of the conscious community's daughter. She was 14 at the time. Donetta made comments like 7, 8 years ago that basically said, "You don't want me to expose what I know." And the way he made that statement, it was directed, you would take it as he's discussing him dealing with younger girls.
But there's no proof of that's what he meant. You just take it that way.
There's no proof. No, absolutely. There's no proof of that's what he meant. But when you direct Dr. York, and everybody knows the allegations of what Dr. York is known for, they're true. They're allegations. And you proven innocent, innocent till proven guilty, and his day is, he'll have his day in court to, make the decision. But I'm not biased. I'm not a woman calling being biased, but I am trying to be a realist that there's accusations of this. There are documentation. Miami-Dade County does have legitimate papers. They did tell him to turn himself in on his birthday. This did happen back in February, but apparently they were probably trying to corroborate more evidence in order to tell him you need to turn yourself in.
Sister, this is the thing about it, right? When somebody make accusations about you, you have to turn yourself in. I mean, anybody can go anywhere, especially a man. If they make an accusation about you, you have to turn yourself in. But the
I
Miami
understand that.
Police Department said that these are just allegations. He was set free the same day. If it held any weight, this man wouldn't be free right now. People don't understand that fact. Brother Plight is out and about on the streets. That's
Right,
because the
he is.
police department said they don't have enough proof. Like, it's just accusations and allegations.
Well, September 15th, we will find out.
Yeah,
That's when he has to go before the courts again.
no doubt. But you believe in your heart, without a doubt, that this man is wrong and he's a pervert.
No, I don't.
Hmm.
I think that there's some type of, you don't get pointed out. This is like that uncle at the picnic that everybody is afraid to go around. There's a reason as to why that is. So I'm not saying that, he did it. But what is it that you're doing, and why are you allowing yourself to be in an environment of young girls? Even though if you're dating that person's mother, where is she at? You should always be with her, in her presence with her child. Her child should not even be with you. And if she doesn't clarify that, maybe you need to clarify that, because you are a public figure, and because these things have been placed upon you, and they might very well not be true, but sometimes I just feel like, male or female, anybody, we just have to be accountable for the way we walk. This is a public figure. He's been in the light for, I think, 8-7 years. I've known of him. So you just have to tread lightly, I guess, is the moral of the story.
Sister, this is my question for you. What does it take for a black man to not be a pervert? It can't be you have to be married, because Brother Polite got like 6, 7, 8
Gang of women.
wives. It
And they
can't
happy
be
with
for
it.
you
I'm
to
fine
be
with it.
successful, because Brother Polite is very successful, and he's still got, like, what does it take for a black man to be free of accusations? Because anybody can make accusations about you. So
Okay,
what would it
I
take
get
for
it.
a brother to be not a pervert?
Okay, so let me ask you this. Let me turn it around to you. Because to me, you're giving me the impression that you're thinking that it's the black women that are against him. But we aren't the Miami-Dade police. We didn't go pick him up. We didn't go turn him in. That was the white constitutional law that gave them
That
suspected
the black woman
reasons.
called.
Did she?
A white lady called?
I mean, I don't. That's the part that gets grim with me. Who actually called? Did her mother call?
I'm pretty sure everybody will understand and all agree that her mama called the police. I don't know why that would even be a discussion of who called the police. We all know who called the police.
So what would you think her motive would be if she's living comfortably and he's buying everything for them? Why would she do it out of spite? I mean, we don't know if he's still with the woman or not, so it's really hard to say.
I
She
mean,
could
why
have
would
been mad.
anybody do anything out of spite? You know, why would anybody, if you have the power to do something, and that's the whole thing about these allegations, you have the power to do this type of stuff. If men had the power to do it, men would be spiteful too. And I'm not saying that's the case. This dude could possibly be a freak. All I'm saying is when you have bandwagoners that don't care about the proof, that's what makes it look sketchy to me. If people even took the time to give a damn about doing the research on the situation, instead of allegedly, Sinetter said this allegedly. All if you take alleged things as proof, then I'm offended by that because somebody can allege that I did something that I didn't do, and people just gonna deem me guilty because so and so said so, and that ain't right.
You're right. And I'm not, please don't get my conversation intertwined to thinking that I'm saying he's guilty. I'm just telling you from what I've seen with the allegations and what I've seen when he's done live. That's not to
Okay,
take
so you're
away from
going
if
off of the internet. Do you know any of these people personally? Have you ever sat down and had a
that's why you
conversation with
can only
any?
take it with right, and that's why you can only take it with a grain of salt. But my whole thing is take it away from being the internet in general conversation, because right now I think with technology we just look at the fact that people are reachable. They're quicker to be reached. But what if you're at a dinner table and the same situation went on, like, well, we heard such and such, and you've heard it on several occasions. It just doesn't seem too far from being the truth. Like if we heard Jeffrey Dahmer was sitting up eating people, we think
So
it
now
sounds
Brother
crazy, but
Polite is Jeffrey Dahmer. I understand,
no.
sister, and you got a reason to feel the way you feel. You
But
look at the
don't think that
internet.
I'm for.
I understand, sister, and ain't nobody
Okay.
judging you because people watch the internet and believe everything that they see, and that's absolutely fine. But I'm just here trying to shed some light on the fact that this is trending because people are gobbling and eating it up because it ain't
Is it
nothing
really
else in the news
trending?
to talk about. You know what I'm saying? And
Is
I
it?
got so
I mean,
much.
is it really trending?
Oh, hey man, people been talking about it for the past couple of days. It is news, and that's why I feel the need to talk about this type of stuff.
Okay,
But your
it's news, but
conversation
I
is
don't think it's
lovely. I
trending.
love your lips, and make sure you hit that like
Okay.
button and everything, and call back whenever you feel like it. Beautiful. Okay. I hope you ain't offended by that. I ain't no pervert by saying I like your
Absolutely
lips.
not.
Just because I said you got some
Absolutely
sexy lips,
not.
don't call the police on me now. Okay. Take
Okay,
care, sister. Uh,
real quick. You have an IG, and I said I wanted to see your IG. I'm nosy like that.
Well, whatever
I'm
you're
just
trying to do,
the
we can
voice.
set that up. Look, man, I'm about to hit you up on IG. If you hit me up on IG, I call your friends, you call my friends. We could do this every weekend. And make sure you call back whenever you feel like it, mama. Cause I see what you're trying to
Thank
do, but
you.
you ain't gonna get me caught up like Brother Polite. You got them 19-year-old daughters talking about they 15 years old. Now you
I
want me
don't
to
have
come over there so
children.
you can call the police on me and say I'm a pervert and get me
Okay.
canceled. I understand, sister. I know
Thank
what you're
you,
trying to do.
Sean.
No doubt. Make sure you call back whenever you feel like it. Take care. Hello, hello, hello. Who this is?
This is Walter again, man. I'm not trying to tie up your line, but I'm listening to this, and bro, it's really sad
Hmm.
because our people are, man, we have been tricked into destroying each other.
Hmm.
The Willie Lynch letter, if you haven't read it, is the basis. Some people dispute whether it's actual or not, but if you read it, you'll see where it pits us against each other. The hard part is out of that whole situation, you have this thing to where they completely buck broke all black men and then made everyone else believe that we have no authority, we have no power. So what it did is it left these women with children who didn't trust whether we could lead or not ever again. And it shows. Social media completely exploits it. It causes a dissension between black relationships. It is horrible because when I hear somebody in my culture hurting, it's automatic aid from my heart says we have to give them some aid. It's not the
Hmm.
same thing with everybody else. Everybody else is sitting back and like, okay, let's be the first to crucify him. Put him
Facts.
on a cross, destroy him. He's done. Okay, at one point are we going to realize the people that created this mindset to go all the way back to Christianity, not even Christianity, let's go back to slavery when we were being taught Christianity because we couldn't read back then. There are very few people that could read. So
Hmm.
can we trust that the understanding we got of religion is actually true? No, because it doesn't resonate with us. It is something that we were taught. So all this canceling because He's black and he's reaching to Egypt. And come on, we have to find out who we are. The unfortunate piece is I've gotten to a place in my life to where I see the dysfunction and I can't get mad at our folks.
Mm-hmm.
If we could all get to this place to where I can't get mad at this dude. If he made a mistake, then let's figure out what the mistake was. Let's rally around him and support him. Let's rally around if he did make that mistake, even if he did, but see, there's no proof that he did.
Exactly.
This is the problem.
No proof.
We're crucifying him before anybody else does.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, wait a minute, this is our brother. The same with Bill Cosby. There's so many inconsistencies with Bill Cosby and all the rest of the stuff that went on with him. It's just the point is we scatter and run like roaches because we don't want to be associated, or we kill them first because we want to be seen as the person, yeah, I agree with you. Yep, he shouldn't have never done that when we don't have an idea in our head whether he did or not.
Facts.
It's horrible. Facts. And we're destroying ourselves. You see what I'm saying? It's a problem, bro. It's a real problem. It hurts.
No, we have to address this type of stuff because if it's that easy without firm, investigations, you damn somebody before you get the proof. We all under the gun. Every last one is bigger than Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, Brother Plight. I'm talking about your common folks that work a 9 to 5. When people have the power, first of all, they have the power over you to call the police and tell them whatever they want to tell you. And you're going to be judged and arrested and all that. So black men have no power within our communities because the women have the power of accusations in the law. So with this type of stuff going on every day, every time you turn around, another successful black man is a pervert and a freak based off of some allegations. Wait until it comes to your front door. You ain't got no defense. If they can get Bill Cosby, they can get your black ass. If they can get Plight and all these other dudes, they can definitely get you, and you a mailman.
Right. And the sad part about it is it's public assassination because when it hits the media, boom, it explodes. Mm-hmm. But when they went to apologize, they do it undercover. Maybe one or two reporters are there, and they say, "Oh, they released him," but they didn't explain why. Why? Why are you afraid to say he's innocent? Because you don't want to say you made a mistake, and we want people to still to believe that he's exactly who you say he was. It's public assassination. And what's in the media? The black face, the black male face, the black features, and again, we're recycling this whole thing to where they're keeping us suppressed by the basis of what they think we are versus who we actually are. It's just sickening. And our people hoist it on their shoulders like it is the law, and it's not the law. It's unfortunate, bro.
It is, man. And as black men, we sitting back, and a lot of people playing along with the narrative, but not understanding that you're under constant attack when it comes to this type of stuff, man. And you either gonna have to, and not saying that he's innocent, maybe he is a freak, but until we get the proof, the facts, then we can be up in arms. But everybody's up in arms and don't even have no fucking proof. So that's my issues with it, man. And you know the phone number, brother. I appreciate your phone call. Make sure you call back whenever you feel like it. No doubt. Take care.
All right, bro.
For all y'all sisters out there, we on y'all ass. Y'all thought I came here to play with y'all. Got brothers calling up here, speaking their truth, you know what I'm saying? And we getting ready to take over for the 99 and 2000. I see you working with some mash, yeah.
Risk my life to give you documentations, girl. I risk my life to give you documentations, girl. I risk my life to give you documentations, girl. I risk my life to give you documentations, girl.
Sean got the jocks. I'm keeping it funky like some socks. Ponytail with the box, and my cell phone look like a box. Try not to get shell shocked when I start busting out the docs. I got secret videotapes of your mom cussing out your pops all over a box of corn pops. This rhythm got your pop